Are you dreaming about travelling again? I bet you are. So give yourself a break and listen to my brand new travel podcast. It's made for people like you, by people like you. And in these podcasts, there will be interviews with different types of travellers and the strange characters that I've met on the road, with stories and anecdotes from the last 32 years of my continuous backpacking and working around the world. Also, there'll be cynical destination descriptions and the occasional travel tip to smooth your journey. And for all the squeamish listeners out there, I just want to say that no studio was used or abused in the making of these podcasts or any of the recordings. So please check it out, and I hope you like it. Oh, and by the way, my name's Alan. This week, my interview is with Jorge Sierra, the well-known adventurer from Coruña, Spain, who drove around the world in a 2CV, and how you can see his documentary on YouTube. Hi, Jorge. How are you?
Hi, Alan. Fine.
And can you just give some idea to the people that are listening about the car, the year, what it was, what gave the impetus to get traveling in a car around the world?
Well, it's a very long journey. So I would need a lot of time to talk about this trip, but in a short way, I would like to say that I did this trip when I was 25, 4 years traveling around the world with a Citroën 2CV from 79. My car was also my home and the best partner on the road I had in my life. No? His name is Naranjito. You know him, and I don't know what to say. Actually, it was 4 years traveling around the world, more than 60 countries, more than 120,000 kilometers, and hundreds of friends. The most important thing.
Okay, and while you were traveling, you made a documentary. Where can people see this documentary?
And the documentary I made now is free. You can watch it in YouTube, in my channel, Jorge Sierra. And the name of the documentary is Naranjito y Yo. Naranjito and me in English.
And how many episodes and how long are the episodes?
I made 16 episodes, 1 hour each episode.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's quite good. That's good. In fact, I've actually seen them, but I couldn't remember. Okay, what is it about traveling that you love? Why do you love traveling?
I don't know. It's a very difficult question, as you know, because it's much more than one thing. I mean, it's a feeling, it's an atmosphere, it's a style of life. No.
Yes. Yeah.
For me, when I was younger, when I was in the school, I used to dream with the world. I had questions, and those questions I couldn't find an answer from my city, from my hometown. So I used to travel a lot with my friends, 3 days here to Belgium, 5 days to France, 6 days to England, but it wasn't enough. For me to travel is another thing. As I told you before, it's a style of life. So if you want to live and feel a style of life, you have to be a lot of time on the road.
Yes. Yeah.
So for me, it was necessary to do something like that. I didn't know how to do it. The most important point in my trip was when I was in the university already, 19, 20 years old. And one friend of mine gave me a book called La Terre en Ronde.
What would that be in English?
It's the world in circle, something like that.
Oh, okay.
No?
Yes, circling the world.
Circling the world, something like that, yes. It's a French book written for Jacques Seguel and J. Baudot, and they tell us the story of their trip. They drove the world with a Citroën 2CV in the 50s.
Oh, wow.
So I read the book.
Yes.
I thought, wow, this is a very good partner, the 2CV.
And this was,
so I decided to go with car, because I am not a car lover.
Yes, I know. I've known. But and this was the reason why you took the 2CV.
Yes, this is the only reason. Actually, the book is not my favorite book, my travel book, but I really enjoy the capacity of this car for making friends.
Oh yes.
They always say during the book, when you arrive to one village, town, or a new country with this car, everybody receives you with a smile.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, wow, it's the perfect car. It's a perfect traveler. It's the perfect way to travel, slowly and with smiles all around.
Yes, this is perfect traveling. And did you find the car in Spain, or did you have to go and buy the car in another country?
I bought 2 cars in Madrid, in El Escorial.
Oh, okay.
Very destroyed. Very destroyed.
Bad, yeah.
So I mixed them.
Okay,
and
so you made
Naranjito.
You made one car from 2 bad ones.
Yes, something like that.
Very good, very good. Okay, now you work in Madrid, and we're actually making this interview now in Coruña, in Galicia. What is it about Coruña that has your heart? Your heart is here, I know that.
Yes, my heart is here, and my son too. I think everybody can listen. That child crying, that's my boy, no? So this is the reason we are here right now.
Yes. And how old is he, by the way?
4 months.
4 months old.
It's the biggest trip I made.
Yeah. Okay. Galicia itself is quite a rugged, wild part of Spain, the northwest coast of Spain. And is it well known for anything, people or fruit or anything? Yes,
I think the north of Spain is made for a lot of different cultures, languages, and countries.
Yes,
I would say. So Galicia is one of those places where we speak another language. Also, we speak Spanish, but we speak Galician too. I think the weather here is not the classic Spanish weather, no?
Yes, that's right.
If a foreigner thinks about Spain, they think about sun, Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah.
Okay, Galicia is not like that. Galicia rains. Yeah. In Galicia rains. Galicia is green.
Yes.
Is a lot of humidity, and our coast is Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
So it's very brave.
Yes.
Also, I think the food is for me and for a lot of people, you can say something about it, is the best food in Spain. We have the best products, I guess.
Yes, that's true. That's very, very true. Just about driving around the world, your memories, you must have so many memories of the time of driving around the world. What was your best, the one memory that holds it all together for you? What is the best memory of that trip or that journey around the world?
I don't know. 4 years traveling with that car, sleeping in my tent, in my hammock. I don't know. I would say that my favorite part of this trip was to decide where to sleep, where to go, what to eat. No, that freedom for me is the best part of the trip.
Well, I think
I really enjoy the free camping.
Okay. Yes.
I remember, I don't know, just driving through Argentina, Chile, maybe Laos, Cambodia, India, Australia, Iran, and to see an amazing place, a beautiful place, mountains, a lake, a sea, and say to me, okay, Jorge, this is a very good place to sleep tonight.
Okay, yeah. So in
the
morning,
just do it, and in the morning enjoying the sun, the weather. For me, is the best part.
And you did this safely in India? You found it okay in India, or was it a bit more difficult?
I think it's a safe country, but also it's a very it's not an easy country for travelers, I guess.
That's right. You've got to be brave.
Yes. Normally, they think if the people if they think about dangerous country, they don't think in India. But I think India is quite a dangerous place.
It can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to be alert all the time.
Okay, now that you have a partner and a baby in your life, do you have any plans to travel in the future?
Yes, of course. I think people like us, the travelers, the nomads, we are all the time
Yes.
thinking about what to do, what to travel, no?
Yes.
And for me, I'm thinking all the time and talking with Marta, my partner, about my idea. My idea is to buy four wheels,
Four-wheel drive.
four-wheel drives, and travel the world with my family.
That
So
sounds
it would be
awesome.
amazing.
Yes, it would be. What is the one thing in life you couldn't live without?
I don't know actually. Books maybe.
Okay. Yes.
Books. I really like to. I
Do you
really
read
like to
read a lot?
Yes, and also pencil and paper because I like. As you know, I like to to draw.
You know this is old school.
Yes, I am a very analogic guy.
Okay. What would you class as your number one passion in life?
To travel,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. If someone who hadn't travelled much came to you, or you as a younger man came to you and asked for advice about travelling long term, what would you say? Having a long trip.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I think it's the best way because if you think a lot before to start a long trip,
Yeah.
a nomad life,
Yes.
you don't do it.
No, that's
Because
right.
you have a lot of reasons for don't do it.
Oh yes. Yes.
And just a bit
Yeah.
of good reasons to go. You know, it's much better to think negative stuff and problems
Yes.
that a good stuff and I don't know, but and it's because we don't know about it. You know,
Well,
when
that's
you are
right.
on the road, you realize it's much safer than you know, and a lot of people is traveling.
Oh yes.
And today with the social media and internet, it's much easier to get info and to know people and
Yes.
stuff.
Well, you could never
But
really
when
get
I
lost,
did
can
it,
you?
I did it from 2008 to 2012,
Yes.
and I mean I did it with no computer, with no telephone, with no GPS,
Good
and I
man,
think
yeah.
is the best way to do it.
It's very basic. It's good.
Yes, it's basic
Yeah.
because to get lost when you are traveling is the only way for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I've just finished walking the Camino de Santiago, and I found a lot of people wanted everything to be safe. They wanted to know that every step of the way would be safe. There'd be this, there'd be that. You can't plan ahead that much, and in fact, it takes the adventure out of the journey.
You can plan, but you're a tourist, not an adventurer.
Yes.
It's
Oh, yes,
completely
it's different,
It's
yeah.
completely different. If you want adventure,
Yes.
you can plan every single day.
Yeah.
At least it's my way of traveling.
Yeah, I see myself as a long-term nomad, and I try not to plan to keep the adventure there every day. I know there's an adventure there every day, but that's only me. This interview is with you, not with me. Okay.
But you have a very good stories actually.
I do,
So this interview is about me, but this podcast is about you and your travels.
Yes, I know. Just one. Okay, a couple more questions. What would you say is your favourite form of transport? Because a lot of people these days are riding bikes, doing the Camino on the bikes, stuff like that. Or, I've travelled on a motorbike. Road trips are big. What is it for you? What's your?
I mean, I think every single traveler and every single moment has his own vehicle.
Transport.
Yeah. So for me, it's the car.
Okay.
For me,
yes.
it's the car.
Yeah.
Because you are free to sleep wherever you want. You can free to stop.
Yeah.
And you go faster than, for example, bicycle. No,
Yes,
I really,
yes.
for me, the bravest travelers are the cyclists. No,
Oh, yes, yeah, for sure.
But the problem for me is like if you want to go from Chile to Argentina, you need 2 weeks.
Yes, that's right.
So I am very
Yes.
nervous, and
Yeah.
I need to go faster.
Yeah, yeah.
But my car is from the 70s, so not so fast.
Yeah, but
Just a bit.
I would also parallel cars and motorbikes more or less the same. It's just a different form of freedom, and you can stop anywhere, you can camp anywhere. You are totally free to do what you like. So I think that's the bonus. Again, on a bicycle, but it's small, it's slow, and you're quite perilous. It's dangerous, especially with trucks and stuff.
Also, with the car, you can carry a lot of stuff.
That's right.
You don't need all that stuff, but it's nice to carry all that stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. Yeah, I've done it.
But you don't need it, believe me.
Okay. How do you think the coronavirus has affected travelling? Do you think it's going to make it less desirable, or people will want to go and travel more?
I think the coronavirus won't stop traveling, but it will change the way of traveling.
Yes.
I mean, I think it's not good to think about traveling in other countries, long distances.
Yes.
I think the pollution of our way of traveling today, taking long planes just for 10 days vacations, is not a very responsible
No, that's right.
thing.
Yes, it's...
So in those days, in these days, I think we have to travel our countries, our lands, the next countries. But I think it's much better if we think and if we make small road trips, maybe in this time, in my case, through Spain, Portugal, France. But also it's very good to spend money around yourself. No,
Yes,
I think
that's
it's much
right.
better.
Yeah,
Pollution, economic problems, safety rules. I think it's the way of traveling.
more responsible for
Yes,
to
is
travel.
to visit and travel places around your home.
One thing I have noticed is that I think now, and just before the coronavirus started, about 2 years ago, people I'm an overlander. I just travel overland and would only take a plane if I had to for some unknown reason. And I think a lot of people are starting to do this. They've rediscovered trains and buses and coaches and bicycles and things like this. And I think this is wonderful because it's getting people out and travelling in a different style than just getting on a plane.
I think the way we are talking about, the way of traveling, the modern way of traveling, taking long planes just for 10-day vacations or 1 week vacations, cannot continue.
No, that's right.
Because the pollution in the air is massive.
Yes.
The economical problems and the cultural problems also for the tribes, for the small village in the Andes.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Like if we want to respect the cultures, the indigenous cultures, we have to travel less with more quality.
Yes, that's right.
We need more quality travelers traveling less, maybe,
But
and as you tell,
yes,
it's not a problem if you travel overland during 5 years, because you are spending money in not touristic places, you are learning, you are sharing.
Yes.
But when you travel just 1 week, Amazonia, taking a plane from Madrid is crazy.
Yeah, but how then if somebody came to you and said, I have 2 weeks holiday and I want to do it responsibly, what advice would you give these person?
I am not I don't like to tell people what to do, because I am no one, but maybe our way of life is not the best one.
Oh no, that's right.
When you work 11 months a year, and then you have just one for holidays.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody wants to know best places on earth.
Yes.
I mean,
yes. It sounds like human nature to go to.
Yeah, for me it's easy to say, okay, only go to Amazonia if you have time. Yes, but I did it, but not everybody can do it.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know. We have to think about it and decide what to do, how to do it. But the actual system right now
is not good.
Is not good.
Yeah.
Has no future.
Yeah. Okay. Talking of coronavirus and lockdown, and you were in Madrid for 3 months or something?
Yeah.
And how was that? Was it good, bad?
It was terrible.
Yeah.
The coronavirus is a very bad experience for everyone, but it's not. I mean, in one way was good, because a lot of people living in the cities, living in mega cities like Madrid, Mexico, New York, a lot of cities in China maybe.
Yeah.
We realized it's not the way of living. I'm looking for a house in the village, in the mountains.
Yes.
A small house, living in the middle of the nature, because we realized Madrid is not the best place for living.
Yes. And it's difficult for everybody, as you said, over the coronavirus. Thank you for the interview.
Thank to you. It was very nice to share this time with you.
And I hope we'll meet again soon.
I hope so. The last time I saw you was 12 years ago in Malaysia.
Well, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure, and safe trips.
Thank you. Moving on from Jorge Sierra's interview in Coruña, Spain, we take one of my audio diary entries from 2017. I've just arrived in the bus station at La Paz at 5 in the morning in the very cold Bolivian capital. I bought a ticket to Copacabana from one of the many salesmen in the bus station. Well, you listen. I think the atmosphere tells its own story. Okay, I'm sitting in La Paz bus station. It's 5 o'clock in the morning and it's freezing bloody cold. Anyway, I already bought my ticket. I go at 6 to Copacabana, and if I survive this freezing cold weather, should be okay. The trip takes 4 hours and I should get out of La Paz before the Christmas parties begin. I've only been here an hour, or less than that, 45 minutes. Already had 2 cheese and ham sandwiches and a cup of black coffee. It's freezing, very cold. A lot of people sitting around waiting. A lot of people have been here all night. I would imagine it's an old bus station. It's big though, and it's a bit dodgy, but nothing I can't handle. Yeah, you can hear buses possibly in the background, people calling out buses and tickets and stuff like that. The trip across it started at 8 and finished at 4. He's my man. Oh? No, I'm talking to the machine. Saying, gracias. Yeah, he thought I was talking to him. Yeah, brilliant. Everybody's Copacabana this morning. At least I better see the sunrise, or hopefully see the sunrise as I go towards it. Okay. What else is there? Oh yeah, the trip over. I slept a lot of the way, but some very strange driving. Not mad, not crazy, but just strange manoeuvres. People can't drive in a straight line for some reason. The bus driver had problems changing gear, was pumping the clutch pedal, and I'm upstairs and I could hear it. So yeah. I would imagine this place in the day is pretty bizarre, so I can't wait to... I'll go over there for a few days, get Christmas out of the way, and then come back. And around the time the Paris-Dakar turns up, see how I get on. Okay, signing out. Ciao. Well, that's all for this week, folks. And please remember, the same road can be travelled 1,000 different ways, so get out there and make it your own. Until next week.